Hold up, it's your boy Homebone here, and this is the Hold Up Show. How's everybody doing? As you can see, just finished the morning meditation. You know what I mean? Got the little towel out, nothing too serious, just something to sit on and meditate. Sun gazing, looking in the sky. Giving my thanks and my appreciation to the divine creator for blessing me to see another day. And just further blessing my journey, my life, spiritually and physically. Trying to fold my towel real quick. Nice to see others come out and do the same, post up and get their meditation in. Why you didn't keep it? So yeah, I just wanted to come out here and share these good vibes with y'all today, Tap in with the folks before I get my day started all the way, Had to do my grounding. I love kicking it with the foreigners. I mean, everybody's been, very nice and very, very approachable, or should I say, interactive with me, Nah, man, I was just kicking it. Met a guy from Argentina down here, just vacationing. He's a pretty cool dude. Little Pepe Sanchez looking poppy. Then he had the Italian old ladies, you know what I mean? Getting their sunbathing on. But I did not know it was that many high rises down here. Like, the high rises are like miles and miles of just luxury. And I was just like, man, it's enough out here for everybody. Like you just gotta want it. Like, if you don't want it, then don't complain about others who want it, because you ain't want to put in that work, or you ain't want to get out here and make the right connections, or whatever the case is. You let your fear or your insecurities get in your way, or you didn't apply yourself, because this is more. I'm looking at it. It's more than enough. I met a guy who was paying $14,000 a month for his condo, and he said it like it was $1,400. You know what I mean? Like, He probably got a button he could push to somebody come rub his nuts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wet towel for your nuts there, mister? Mr. Boone? Why, yes. One for the left and one for the right, please. 14,000. Shit. They got the hoes on speed dial for their tenants. Or, you know, they got a whole bunch of amenities. But it's good to wake up to the sun and the clouds are so low. It's just very, very peaceful. It's kind of why I ain't been able to tap in as much, you know. Been absorbing all this positive energy and all this spiritual cleansing. I can always get back to the rat race whenever I'm ready, cause as we all know, that ain't going nowhere no time soon. And I'm done with that hamster wheel. Anyway, if it's up to my saying, I'm done with that hamster wheel. Like, you can plan and project for the long term and still live in the moment. It's how fast you want to get there. How much you want to sacrifice. How much of your time and energy are you willing to put into something that you want, you know? Can't want things and not want to work. It just doesn't work like that. Cleaning the sand off my feet, you know. Look at this. Yo, it's a humongous St. Bernard. Look at this John. That sucker is big and fluffy. That's probably $800 a month just to feed him. Whew. How you doing? Hello, fella. Like, look, that dude is almost my size. He stand up, man. He is big. How much does that big guy eat?
I've never had a normal dog, so I don't know.
Yeah, he look like he. Yeah. So enjoy your day. Yeah, that's a big guy right there. But yeah, you know, I still want to tap in and show my healing process, show my connection with the divine creator and all that he keeps on doing for me. Like I tell you, I'm a living testament of him saving somebody's life and putting him in other situations. As long as you willing to step out on faith and follow your intuition and be fearless, man, anything can happen. Because anything has happened. So it's like when you just know and feel you protected, like you could just see them watching over you and just holding it down for you and just throwing blessings your way and throwing people in your path. Boy, it's a different type of confidence and courageousness and limitlessness is just about that. What's up, brother? Yeah, it's just a beauty to see. Oh, try and get situated here. There we go. Need some air up in here. Bam, there we go. So, got a few errands today. Some money to make. And some life to get living. Somebody out there waiting to meet me, and then somebody out there that I'm waiting to meet. You feel me? Because that's just how it is. You know, you have to work with the gifts that the Creator has given you. You got to. And I ain't talking on no whole shit like use your body and all that type of shit. But to a degree, you can, you know, manipulate it in a way. You know what I'm saying? Women know what I mean, you know. You don't have to necessarily be out here sleeping around to use your body to some degree or use your feminine lures to get certain situations to go in your favor, if that's one of your gifts, you know. But you can have several gifts, you know what I mean? You got to tap into what He gave you and learn how to use it so that you, whatever you desire, you're able to get. The life you want, you could create it. And be bold and fearless in stepping into whatever that is. See, I noticed that I had a problem from being the only child and spending so much of my time alone that when I got of a certain age, I was trying to drag everybody along with me for the ride and try to, you know, do the buddy system and all that, because I guess because I didn't grow up with my brothers and sisters and all that type of deal. So, you know, I tried to create that environment, but I was already and always built to be able to tough it out on my own if I had to, be my own best friend, you know. And I had to rediscover, like, all this showed me that I was going around trying to pour into people that didn't want to be poured into, and spreading knowledge that may not have been in the right environment for that type of knowledge to want to be spread, that, you know, I got myself alienated and back to being alone anyway because I was in the wrong environment. So I've rediscovered falling in love with myself again and falling in love with everything about me, as far as the new wisdom and knowledge that I've picked up during this time and during this journey, especially during this spiritual awakening that still shocks and amazes me and comes out of nowhere every day, every day, every day. And you know, I've kind of been, I guess, giving out the aura or the isms to try to attract my soul tribe, you know, people who have went through similar things and people who may understand the spiritual realm, because I don't understand it. I am like, what they say, I'm walking completely on faith. I'm definitely walking blind, but it's blind faith. Like, it's like, because the things that I've seen and experienced, like, no one will believe unless they've had the spirit and the creator or their angels pushed them in that way, you know, had a traumatic event or some type of event that helped shape their life in that manner, to that they know that God is real and all that, you know. So that's why I share my appreciation every day. Because I didn't have to be quote unquote chosen to see these things or get to experience the divine in another manner, to where as though he's carrying me through a journey that got activated through a hardship, you know. And it's also like another thing that I've identified, and I want to call it crackhead energy. And you want to know what I mean by crackhead energy? We all know some crackheads are some of, oh my gosh, some crackheads are some of the most innovative and creative thinkers that we've lost to addiction. Because when it's time to feed that crack, to feed that urge and that whatever, right? That monster inside of them, they could come up with the most innovative ways to get money, no matter who or what they gotta step on, or who lives they affect, to get their fix, right? Well, I feel that's what people are out here doing. There are people in this world that will come up with the most innovative and creative ways to try to destroy your life, try to affect your life, or try to pull your life down. But they won't do that to better themselves. They won't spend that same energy and use those same creative and innovative resources to better themselves. So when they see a person who actually put in the energy on themselves, it attracts them to now use that crackhead energy to come up with innovative and creative ways to tear them down, instead of using it for motivation to channel that same energy into a positive for themselves. And it's like there are people out here who really wake up thinking of how they can sneak around or deceive a person in a new way, instead of thinking of a new way to double their finances, or thinking of a new way to get a bigger place to live, or get a new car, or even a car, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, the motivation is, let's sit and think of a way to deceive somebody who's looking to better themselves by any means necessary, and we don't care how detrimental it is, long as we achieve the goal of wasting our time deceiving and trying to get over on someone else for temporary gains, not even long-term life-changing gains, temporary gains, like as temporary as a crackhead smoking a cracker, however long that high they say long it lasts, what, 15, 20 minutes, whatever that is, right? I don't know. I'm not obviously on any crack or anything, and never tried it and never will, right? It's the same fix. It's the same fix. It's the same fix. And it's like another term that I've grown to appreciate. You are what motivates you. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. I need some juice. Sorry about that, folks. There we go. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in, say hello, see what's up with everybody, and you know, stay away from those that got that crackhead energy, that's looking to spend their days trying to pull people down instead of spending their days trying to better themselves. If your motivation is to get up and get over, like, you know, like, they get up, they're looking to, you know, sneak on the SEPTA bus because they trying to hold on to an extra token. They trying to get to work and do as least amount of work as possible, and then take an extra long break. And you know, if they got a 15-minute break, they taking 15 minutes to take the 15-minute break, and then they taking 15 minutes to come back from the 15-minute break, and then they taking an extra long lunch, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. Like, people that go out their way to display the crackhead energy instead of doing stuff to better themselves, instead of planting one brick in front of the other. And I just found that the divine creator has just slowly but surely removing distractions out of my life for my purpose. And me just rediscovering loving myself and loving the new characteristics that I've developed, and even loving killing old characteristics or old things or habits or mentalities that I used to have, and recognizing, you know, when I walk around or when I'm interacting or whenever, that certain situations I may have reacted one way, but now I'm reacting differently, or I can see that I reacted differently and been able to identify that, and all that, just all that comes with that. It's been great. And just the ability to read energies and all that, and know that, you know, I can stay to myself but also mingle, and I can stay the course while also, you know, being present in the moment. It's a very, very